Basil Borutski will spend the rest of his life in jail. He will serve consecutive life sentences with no chance of parole for 70 years after Justice Robert Maranger made a ruling Wednesday at the Renfrew County Courthouse in Pembroke following the first-degree murders of Anastasia Cusick and Nathalie Warmerdam and the second-degree murder of Carol Culleton on September 22nd, 2015.
It's definitely a weight off our shoulders, and he ain't ever gonna hurt anybody again.
Justice Maranger sided with the Crown's submissions for sentencing, calling September 22nd one of the darkest, saddest days in Renfrew County history. He called Borutski a violent, vindictive abuser of women who seems incapable of taking responsibility for his many wrongs. Borutski, throughout the trial, blamed everybody but himself for the crimes, from the victims to police to the court system that put him in jail in the first place. Friends of the victims said the weight of the sentence sent a strong message.
It did make a difference for me. It was just the fact that my friend's life was valued, and that the sentence put the weight on that value for all of the victims and their families. It's Christmas. We're looking at family pictures, and one of the family isn't there. An important piece of the puzzle isn't there, and we miss her desperately.
Flags are at half-mast outside the Renfrew County Courthouse here on December 6th, which is the day of remembrance for victims of violence against women. It was a coincidence that the sentencing happened on this day, said Crown Prosecutor Jeffrey Richardson, though he did say there was some significance to that coincidence.
The fact that this sentence came down on December 6th can provide some comfort to those who are survivors of violence against women.
Trying to do stuff without her, trying to move out on my own, start living like an adult without her and her advice and her help. Yeah. But unlike Christy, I don't have this living with fear, but I do have difficulty to trust. This is a man I lived with for 2 years. I considered him family. He's the only person who I've ever called stepdad. And every little mannerism that is his, when I see it in somebody else, whether it's a phrase or just a way he stood, I immediately have to remind myself that just because somebody says that little saying doesn't mean that they're him, doesn't mean that they're like him.